Ready. Play.
Qinwen Zheng against Aryna Sabalenka is on the horizon. In fact, I think it should be later on today, weather permitting. Qinwen, by the way, has been pretty comfortable in this draw, beating Davis, Townsend, and Kruger. You might argue not the most challenging of paths to the quarterfinal, but she's been slowly getting better through Indian Wells and Miami, having had a rough injury hit start to the year. Brenner, what have you made of Qinwen's run to the quarterfinal?
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, now looking at those first two, she breadstick Davis and Townsend, and played some tight second sets, but I think clear favorite in both of those and came out strong. I think I think her ground strokes are looking a lot better, fairly comfortable from the baseline, playing more back to like her style of play. I don't want to get too into it, but I just feel like every time these two play, it's always on a big stage or it's a big match. I haven't even looked at where they played. I know the head-to-head's 5-0, but
Yeah.
like from my memory, they're always like very high level matches, whether that's at Australian Open final, WTA
I
finals,
think it's
whatever it
because
is.
they only started playing each other in 2023. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you see these head-to-heads, and there's a Medvedev, playing someone in 2017 when he was ranked 82 or something. Do you know what I mean? Or
Right,
or
right.
or, or, or Raducanu playing someone when she was 15 or 16 or whatever. So
Hmm.
so they started playing each other in 23, and by the time they play each other in 24 in the Aussie Open final, Kinwen's already 12 in the world. So yeah. So then
Correct.
they start meeting late. But go on,
Hmm.
anything else to add, Brenner?
Um, it'll be a big test, I think, but yeah, as we said, making progress, looking healthier, so that's good.
And in terms of Aryna Sabalenka's route to the final eight, Carson, she has beaten Tomova in straight sets. She had Roos as well, with Roos retired at the beginning of the second set. And then Daniel Collins, 6-4, 6-4. Some good head-to-heads for Sabalenka, by the way. I think she's never lost to Daniel Collins, and she's never lost to Qinwen Zheng, and she's played both of them. Between the two, it's over 10 times. I'm not sure exactly what the head-to-head is with Collins. It's maybe 6-0 now or 7-0, something like that. But for two, top 20 players, that's a very healthy head-to-head that Aryna has against Danielle and Qinwen. Thoughts on either Qinwen or Aryna before I get some predictions from you, Carson?
Yeah, the head-to-head has been very good against both of those. I believe it's 7-0 against Collins now,
Okay.
and still 5-0, as Brenner mentioned, against Qinwen. Sabalenka's been playing really good in this tournament. For when we have seen her, she hasn't, other than the Collins match, she hasn't really been pushed that much yet. And it felt like after Indian Wells, that semifinals match against Madison Keys was just a massive monkey off of her back, which is a phrase that we have in the U.S. Not sure if you've heard of that, but it just freed up her mind a little bit, and then maybe a little bit of emotional letdown for her going into that final against Andreeva. In what was a really tight match, but has been running the table here with Qinwen Zheng. It's been great to see her healthy. I remember through the Middle East swing, she was really struggling with her right elbow a lot.
Okay.
Really, with her forehand, especially, was really just pushing it a little bit more with the shoulder than letting her arm follow through. So, both of them have had relatively straightforward paths here. Zheng's got a couple of second set tie breaks, but both of them have been playing well.
But are we all going Sabalenka to extend that head-to-head? I mean, the main thing is the head-to-head for me that makes me convinced of Sabalenka. There is another monkey on her back, by the way. This is for both of you, and that's obviously Aryna's kind of two pretty painful final losses in some ways. The basically 1 point here, 1 point there, and she's she's won 3 Australian Opens in a row, and she's won her first Indian Wells title, and there's a case to say that it was there for her in both. Well, more than a case, a strong case to say maybe she should have won one or both of those two finals. Hats off to the opponents, of course, who did an incredible job to win the title, and that's what it's all about at the absolute top of the sport. But so there's a bit of pain there for her to shed. But Yeah, for me, it's the head-to-head. So for me, it's a Sabalenka win. Are we all in agreement on that one?
I
Yep.
think so. I think until she proves that she can handle just the pure pace that Sabalenka brings,
Yeah.
it's hard to pick against Sabalenka in this head-to-head.
Sabalenka's record in Miami is surprisingly average for her. So I have been waiting for that to change. If anything, I think Miami might suit her better than Indian Wells, although she's made 2 Indian Wells finals. I think she's not made a final yet in Miami. I'm not even sure what her deepest run is. Let's maybe we can check that out later. Anyway, we'll worry about that some other time. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll add it when I do the edit later. Go on, Brenner. Do you know?
Yeah. No, I don't. But I was just gonna add, like, yeah, I think Miami is like almost perfect conditions for her. But
Mm,
I always think like this timing of the tournament is always like a little bit hard. You don't know what
uh-huh.
players, go deep in Indian Wells, totally different conditions. There's some hangover spots as we've seen across both tours. So, um, that's part of it. But like here, we're looking at really good opportunities for Iga, Sabalenka, Djokovic, Zverev. So
Yeah, indeed. Her Miami Open record, if I've got this right, is her best is a quarterfinal appearance in 21 and also in 2023, which for her incredible CV, especially on a hard court, is somewhat disappointing. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.